This paper is titled, Who Says You Cannot Get Published? It is...
Ouch.
Yes. It is it is written by one Dr. Paul McCrory, and it's published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine. What was very eye-catching as soon as I opened this paper on the journal's website, the British Journal of Sports Medicine, is a red editorial note at the top of the paper, Who Says You Cannot Get Published? It's a red editorial note.
Okay.
It says, this article has a correction. Please see expression of concern about content of which Dr. Paul McCrory is a single author. So this led me down a rabbit hole. So I had to figure out who this Dr. McCrory is.
Wait, this means... Wait. So what does this mean? He plagiarized it?
So when I opened up the correction, it read, this paper is authored by Dr. Paul McCrory. During 2021 and 2022, there was an investigation by the British Journal of Sports Medicine, which found that some of his work was a product of publication misconduct.
Whoa.
Such misconduct includes plagiarism, duplicate publication, misquotation, and misrepresentation in publications in respect of which he was listed as the sole author.
Whoa.
We are placing a notice to readers on all content in relation to which he is identified as the sole author to alert them to the conclusions of our investigation. Right? Pretty damning serious stuff, right?
Oh my God.
On what seems like a very inconsequential paper. Who says he cannot get published?
A blog post. Yeah, basically.
So I looked this guy up, Dr. Paul McCrory.
Yeah.
Turns out he is a neurologist.
My people.
He is your people, yes, exactly. He's also a sports physician, and he's considered a concussion expert.
Okay.
So he is, get this, he is also the editor-in-chief of the British Journal of Sports Medicine, where this paper was published.
I think that's meta on several levels.
And of which the editors, I'm guessing not him, placed a editorial note on. So anyways, so that editorial note, the correction, was placed on 80 different articles that were authored by this guy from the year 1999 all the way to 2007.
80
in a span of 8 years, so about 10 a year or so.
Wow.
And let me just read you the titles of some of these.
All right, go ahead. Yes.
Some of these are just as a reminder, these articles were all published by Dr. Paul McCrory, sole author, in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, and they all have they've all been flagged for misconduct. Okay.
God.
Okay, I'm just gonna start listing the titles.
Go ahead.
The Eighth Wonder of the World, The Mythology of Concussion Management. Okay. Well, I mean, it's sports medicine. At some point, he's a concussion expert. Yeah, you know. Next one. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Okay.
Anyone for tennis? That's a good one. All cracked up.
What?
What's in the name of UFOs and other thoughts?
Okay.
That's one of my favorite. The Big Blue. Rage Against the Machine. So now here he starts an era in his life where he ended every article title with ... First one being Men Are From Mars ... Do not go gentle into that good night ... Last orders, gents ...
What?
The lean and slippered pantaloon ... Don't know what that one means. Far more important than life or death ... Bad hair day ...
Oh my God.
Always look on the bright side ... Okay, so that was his ... era. Blinded by the light. Pursuing the dream. Sounds like a movie. Oh, this one's the best. Listen carefully. Can woodpeckers play rugby? Or Charles Darwin, where are you when we need you? Let me read that again.
Go ahead.
Can woodpeckers play rugby? Or Charles Darwin, where are you when we need you?
What does that
mean? What does any of that mean? Why would woodpeckers play? Anyways. Moving on. Yada, 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 or carpe somnum. Cease to sleep. I looked that up. Horses for courses. That's a good one. Smelling salts. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Elementary, my dear Watson.
Okay.
Learning to love Big Brother. Breaking butterflies on a wheel. And then finally, is it all too much?
Oh, wow.
Very apt.
It's very poetic.
Yeah.
That's very poetic.
Just as a reminder, these are all published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, and they've been flagged for misconduct.
That's insane, man. But this thing basically reads like a MySpace page.
Exactly. Yes. This man, look, I don't want to make it seem like we're making fun of this guy, because this guy's my hero.
Yes.
He is
aspirational stuff.
He is the editor of the British Journal of Sports Medicine. And he's treating the journal like its own personal blog. This guy, man is the ultimate recreational scientist, and we must have him on the pod. We must have him on the pod.
Let's work on this.
Dr. Paul McCrory, if you're listening, please email us. Let's work something out. We can't pay you a lot of money, but we'll let you say whatever you want.
Yes, we'll both mute our own microphones and let you talk.
And also, I just want to say I don't know anything of his science. I think I read somewhere that he thinks concussions and traumatic brain injury are not related. Not sure about that.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, like the first title was The Myth of whatever, right? The Myth of Concussion.
So I don't know anything about his science, but I like his recreational science.
Indeed. He's the final boss of recreational science.
He is our hero. Anyways, I decided to open up one of these articles that he wrote. The one I picked is Yo Ho Ho and a Bottle of Rum. This was published on October 1st, 2006. So in this article, basically it's pretty short, but he introduces it by telling a story where he was watching Pirates of the Caribbean with his 9-year-old daughter. When they realized that they don't know what the 7 seas they talk about in the movie refers to. Of course, it's not the oceans, because there are 5 commonly recognized oceans, right?
Right.
So he writes, this glaring lack of knowledge was right up there with my theory that the Chinese built the Great Wall to keep rabbits out of our backyards. Out of their backyards.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. So that's the introduction. So the methods, he started searching the internet for what the 7 seas refers to, which he then summarizes. He found that both the ancient Greeks and the Romans used the term the 7 seas, but very differently.
Okay.
He also mentioned that there's a 17th century scholar who had a completely different list of 7 seas.
Okay.
And also a 19th century scholar who mentions the 7 seas, but did not list the 7 seas.
Okay.
Again, this is all
just from the internet, just a Google search
that he published in an article in the British Journal of Sports Medicine. And then modern geographers, he said, sometimes count 7 oceans in the world. North Pacific Ocean, South Pacific Ocean, North Atlantic Ocean, South Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. So, so that's pretty much it. And then in lieu of a discussion section, he ends the article with, any questions?
I have one. What does this have to do with sports medicine?
Yeah. Good question, Tirth. Good question.
I think we need to have him on. We
must have him on. He is amazing. This man's amazing.
I want to ask him about the woodpecker article. What's going on with that one?
Yeah.
Oh man.